Welcome out to the Cosign Podcast, Culture and Music. I am your host, Venom Vixen, a.k.a. OGV. And, of course, to the right of me, I always got my homie.
It's your boy, Sterling Stacks, a.k.a. Good in Every Hood, a.k.a. your homeboy's homeboy, a.k.a. I saw your old lady last night. She wasn't with me, but she damn sure was with you. What's hood?
What's hood?
Yeah.
And to welcome to the Cosign for the first time, this is Miss Lisa from Diamond Law Entertainment. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What it do?
Lipstick popping.
Hey, I had to do that.
I see you. And first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Glad you're spending it with us.
Yeah, my fellow Aries, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Oh, God,
that April thing.
Yeah, April Aries, something serious. We a little different breed, you know what I mean?
Y'all are a lot different.
Yeah. It's different. You got a March Aries and an April Aries. It's April Aries,
Yeah,
you know?
mine now. You in the middle.
Yeah. Don't get ate up now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But welcome to the Cosign.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So we like to start the show off with something we like to call the WTF of the week.
What the fuck?
And this one's for you, Stacks.
Why me?
Because remember when we were talking about the Americans in Mexico, and it was like, well, people go down to get procedures, right? Well, a 30-year-old nurse died trying to give liposuction to herself. Yeah, she works at a cosmetic doctor's office.
Okay.
She went after hours. She gave herself anesthesia and died. And died.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How does that supposed to work that you think you're going to be able to suck the fat out of your own stomach?
I mean, I understand the idea. I'm kind of applauding the idea, but the anesthesia in yourself might not.
Yeah, if you kind of out of it, what are you sucking out?
And then something in that plan.
Don't worry. She needed somebody else to help her. Like, she must not be cool with none of the coworkers. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's cool with none of the coworkers at all. She couldn't get nobody to get in on this with her. Like, you do me, I do you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
hey, we hit a little.
To the end. Yeah,
we hit a little lipo lick. You know what I mean?
That's a no cosign to doing your own liposuction.
Yeah, no cosign to doing your own liposuction. The anesthesia.
I'm gonna chime in on that. No cosign.
Yeah, like, how do you anesthesia yourself?
And that's the anesthesia is a big deal. You know what I mean? Like that's like the last time I had a family member.
They actually have people that's their own job.
That's all they do.
Right.
Like a whole team came to do my mom.
Because it's
right.
Articulate type of thing.
Yeah,
right.
It's a serious thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? We come in, all right, they're out, we're off. You know what I mean? Now they're going to do they thing. That's what they do, exactly that. So
interesting.
Yeah, no cosign on.
And you know, R.I.P.
lipo licks.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace to that.
Yeah, she can't co-sign either.
Yeah, that's like a mental health issue too, right?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Right, you know what I mean? The fact that, yeah, that's crazy.
Because you know, it's funny you said about the mental health thing. Because is it we are now just recognizing it more, or people now more batshit crazy?
Both.
Both. What you think?
Both.
I like that. I like that.
Because they're recognizing it more because we have internet and things of that nature, you know, and everybody can see everybody's business. But people really are batshit crazy.
Yeah.
They really,
because the thought processes
like
don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about that story, like you said, once you gave yourself anesthesia,
knock yourself out. What was
yourself.
You
I mean, but like I said, it always goes back to something that's like, you know what I mean, some trauma from somewhere, and that's where the story starts. You know what I mean? That's why. So yeah, people are batshit crazy because of the trauma. Yeah. We don't know what the story is that leads up to what made you want to do this shit that bad where you try to sneak and do it. So you had to feel bad about yourself, I'm assuming, or something, or maybe if somebody beat you up as far as like, you know what I mean, mentally, or you know what I mean, like verbally. Like I don't know, who knows? But that's the thing. Like, so yeah, people are batshit crazy.
Yeah, because couldn't you ask for a discount? I mean, I work here. Can we just get a discount? I'm
pretty sure they would have put on a payment plan. I mean, she must not have been a good employee. Her 90 days must not have been up yet.
I'm just saying, like, I know we talk about mental health so much now, which we should, you know, and I wonder, did we just not have the verbiage for it?
Well, it was a stigma back in the day. Mm-hmm. So, you know, nobody talked about it. And then, you know, if you was a certain race, you just got certain medical care. Mm-hmm. But if you were in the people of color side of things, it just wasn't happening. It's like, don't do that. The devil is a liar. Stuff like that. Oh, yeah. And
they'll pray it out of you.
So, right. They'll pray it out of you or beat it out of you, one of the two. But it's just something that's not one of the easy fix to talk about.
Right.
But now that it's cool to talk about it,
Yeah.
it's a different situation.
Do you think people are running out, or you think that some of this stuff is real mental health issues?
I mean, I think it's such a broad terminology, such a broad landscape of things that can determine your mental health or whether or not it's how you feeling. Like, so I don't know if you. I'm pretty sure you got people who blame it. Like, you look at some people like, really, like, what, like, really something's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, but I think it's just a lot of different variations of it. So I think we all have some type of mental.
Oh, no, but
it's
it's the same thing like when people think out of doing it like a mass crime. Yeah, some of them are batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But then some of them, that's what they was trying to do anyway.
Yeah.
So they ain't nothing crazy about them because they like you when you do research and you start looking things up and say, hey,
this shit about to happen. Yeah, he gave us.
You ain't crazy.
Yeah.
You well within your
you knew
right
you knew
mind.
what the hell you was doing for you. Yeah.
There's
You
a,
plotted it.
There's a series on Netflix called I Am a Killer, and they do exactly that.
I'm not on there, am I?
Yeah,
Well, I got some good Lisa stories.
Up.
But that's what they do is they go back and you start to try to understand their traumas that got them to, how they end up being a murderer and some of that stuff.
Well, after they do that stuff, they try to get the parents, the family to sign over the body so they can like examine the brain to see like what's missing, what was connected, what wasn't supposed to be connected, to say that it's a thing.
Well, we better figure it out. And,
man.
And I know depending on when this airs, I just want to make sure I said rest in peace to the kids that lost their life in that last shooting and the adults. I know we're all sick of it. You know what I mean? I don't know solutions. I have, I've had debates on all ends of it. I will tell you something fly I did see. It's sad, but it's fly. So they have made this like a panic room. That's like in the wall, and you just pull it out.
I saw that.
And it's bulletproof, and it can fit like 30 people. And it takes 15 seconds to set up.
Right, I saw that. It's
like a Murphy bed.
It's like
almost.
It's collapsible, and you just do one thing, and it's not where you got to be like Muscle McGurk. You just pull it.
No, I totally get it. I'm just disappointed. That's what the fuck it's come to.
No, that's what it's come to.
Like I said, great idea, and it's just disappointed.
But
That's what the fuck it's come to. That,
sit under the desk don't work no
like
more.
to where you're crazy.
I've literally priced those bulletproof shields for the book bag for my kids. I ain't gonna lie. I did. Going into the school year.
And it's all understandable, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
teach them how to
it's
hold
crazy.
it.
You really have to. You really have to worry about, those things these days. It's crazy. And I got kids in high school too, so yeah, that shit. Yeah, rest in peace to those children and those adults.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to something a little lighter.
Please, shit.
Okay, so I know you all probably seen this, so we're just gonna weigh in our opinion. That news anchor that got fired after 20-something years for saying, "For shizzle, my nizzle."
I heard about that.
So there are some black broadcasters that's come to her side saying, it wasn't that serious. That she said it. They were talking about Snoop Dogg, so it wasn't like something she just pulled out her ass.
Right.
And then she decided to say that terminology. How do y'all feel about that? Do you feel that it's offensive? Do you feel like she should be fired?
Okay, this is my take on this. Everybody running around here dropping the N-word. Almost every song we have, because we're going to get into that music, has the N-word 50,011 25 times in one song. Okay? So I remember back in the day when they used to call Spanish people the S word, right? S-P-I-C. All right? People stop using it. You don't hear it no more. So if you're going to allow it to be part of your conversation, in my opinion, you can't get mad when the other side say it. Same thing with the redneck and this, that, and the third. If y'all run around calling each other redneck and I walk up to you and say you're a redneck, how you mad?
Okay, what you think, Stats?
I mean, don't they have teleprompters and shit when they're like?
She obviously went off script.
She went off script.
She went off script.
I mean, you know what she was trying to do, but that's
trying
Trying to be cool. Trying to be
cool. But that's what the world is, right? They all want our culture. They trying to, they want to make us feel that they're, down for the cause and they're hip, they're cool. Like, no, I think it's out of line. I think it's out of line. Honestly, just saying it. Like, I don't know. You could have figured out something. You didn't think that was gonna. I mean, Nizzle.
Now if Martha Stewart said that, everybody would be down.
They would be cracking. You're right. They'd be cracking up, laughing, smacking their knee if Martha Stewart said it. You know what I'm saying? But
Martha Stewart definitely said "for shizzle my nizzle" before.
Maybe she shouldn't have been fired. Maybe she should have been counseled. You know what I mean?
She should have been reprimanded. Yeah. Like we don't get down with that kind of language
Yeah,
on here,
yeah.
but to fire her was like a little abusive. That was a little over
I
the
will
top.
agree. Yeah, I recant. Yeah, that is a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
egregious.
think.
I mean, come on, look out for your white sister. Why would you do that? Like, my God. I mean, did
But
you
you
do
know
that?
what? I'm gonna
Why
tell
would
you
you do that to your own kind?
I'm going to
My
tell you
God.
I
something.
want
Though.
to talk to you right now.
Right. Dang.
Man.
But I'm going to tell you, these corporations do not give a damn no more about people. Okay, they're brand aligned, and if they feel like you do anything that's going to come on fire to them, you are expendable and disposable.
True indeed.
You
They
know
don't want the
what I'm saying?
blowback. That's just
They don't want none
They
of
don't want
it.
the blowback. And I had a conversation about. To me, it's kind of hard because I don't know what the fuck is genuine anymore. I know that you're all blurring the lines, like you say. I know that we have another thing about it: mixed commercials, gay commercials, everything blended, interracial couples,
got black
adopted
people
kids.
held now.
It'll be a
There's nothing-
family, and it'll be a white woman, a black man, and 2 Chinese babies, and you'll be like, they're like, honey, did you get the kids? And I don't know if you're doing.
We trying to figure out those family dynamics on
Right, but
some of them commercials.
So I know why they're doing it. So it's hard to determine what's genuine. You're doing it so you don't want no blowback from no
but
community.
you're overdoing it.
It's
Right, you're overdoing
No,
it. Exactly.
I'm still pissed off. They took Aunt Jemima off the daggone
What's
syrup.
wrong with Aunt
bubble,
Jemima
man.
on the
Aunt
thing?
Jemima
I
was
didn't
chilling.
find that offensive.
I think the syrup tastes different too now.
They put.
I'm just saying.
They got some
I
clear.
don't know. The Pearl and
it probably
Company
had Aunt
sounds
Jemima
more
ingredients.
racist.
Now I got clear people ingredients in it.
It sounds more racist. Pearl and Company. Doesn't that sound like some old
the
Confederate
syrup,
ass
the,
company?
The syrup look light skinned it now.
Now look at it. See,
I'm
they
just saying.
blurring the lines.
Yeah.
I think that the world we live in, we're so hypersensitive. As a broadcaster, I think it was totally poor taste to say it on that platform. You know
She
what
could
I'm
have just
saying?
said for
Anybody,
shizzle.
for black or white or whatever.
She know it was corporate. I mean, like they can't even wear red nail polish. Come on now.
Yeah.
So you already know
So
that.
she shouldn't have done that at all.
You have things, but I mean, she just got comfortable.
Yeah, she got comfortable. It's
got
just the
comfortable.
nizzle part though. If she had said for shizzle,
She got
everything would have been fine. You know what I mean? Like,
got
we're good.
comfortable. Just like everybody talking about how Mr. B, the president, was back in the day talking about I don't want my kids going in there. Well, that was that time, and that's how the people was, okay? But Joe done got so comfortable in the hood. That's why if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I mean,
Yeah, way too good. Yeah.
but most of us just went like this because it's Joe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
But the other people like, oh, you just let him get away with da. Now, if Trump would have said that thing, it would have been like, yo, bro,
Right.
let me holler at you.
Yeah, like you ain't talking right.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, so she just went a little too far. So I don't think no cosign on firing her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For shizzle.
My nizzle.
Yeah. I can say
shizzle dizzle.
it. I can say it. We can say it 10 times over.
On the
Do that
swizzle.
shit like a tongue twister around this
I
motherfucker.
think we kind of we like to kind of like rub it in sometimes.
I mean, we do people dirty. You know what I'm saying?
We know
You know what I'm
we
saying?
can't say it.
We will
but
say
they
it.
Can't say it.
Yeah, we'll say it a million times right in front of them.
indeed.
We'll do. We wrong about
yeah,
that.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
man.
when they say it, turn around like, yo, pump your brakes.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, nah.
Yeah,
Have you ever had a white person say the N word in front of you? I had one.
One.
Have you?
One.
I had a few.
Well, I know you
I've had
fight
it.
online all the time.
But it was-
You've been
but
called
see-
all kind of
I've been
niggas.
called all kind of things. I be called the white people call me the black word. The black people call me the white word. I mean, I'm everything. I just be catching it.
I have, but it was from a different standpoint. It was from people who have been around the culture. You know what I'm saying? And it was at a younger age too. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
give nobody a pass.
I can remember middle school.
I don't use
we
it.
pulled
I
him
don't
to
let them
we
do
pulled
it.
him to the side, but he was that comfortable, and he didn't. It's weird
didn't
because you
mean
can
any
say
harm.
he really didn't mean
Like
any
he
harm.
wasn't using it.
Yeah,
Like say
and
you're
he wasn't
a-
losing
he
it
was
to
like,
derogatory.
yo, my nigga, what's good?
And he really, he kind of
got
fit
too
in. He
comfortable.
got too comfortable, and but you know what I mean. And he understood it and respected it. You know what I mean, and he was a tough little clear kid too. He wasn't no punk or nothing like that. Like he wasn't
Not
no
the-
thug,
not-
but he wasn't no punk.
Not the clear kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that from my mama. That's my new word.
The clear kid.
So
Yeah,
I
clear people.
was actually working, and I was in a bar in West Columbia. So you already know, you know what I'm saying. And I'm working on a device, and they're talking
Having
across.
their own conversation.
And it was a white girl and a white guy, and he kept saying, "That nigga this, that nigga that, da da da." I didn't know who they were talking about, so I didn't know where the context of that conversation, because I don't know if he's calling another white guy that, maybe he just uses the N word, or it's her boyfriend, because he was clearly talking about her boyfriend not being shit, and I was standing there like, oh, okay.
That's gotta be awkward.
And then I walked away. I went on the other side of it, and I sat and I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, no, I get paid too much for this job. I'm not fucking this up. Not over him.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was, I had to think about it. And I did when I went back, because it was like one of those jobs you're out in the field.
But see, you were conscious, though, because you thought about it.
Yeah, I had to think about it, because I'm going to tell you, I'm a me over everybody kind of person. And I try to preach this to younger people, and I know it might sound fucked up at first, but bear with me. When you get yourself in these situations, every time you see a documentary about crime and everything else, you see in those moments that person did not think of themselves. I don't care what it is they were doing. Even if you was getting back at somebody because something they did to you, you didn't think about yourself. You didn't think about you're going to be in jail for 20 years. You didn't think about you're going to be away from your kids, taken away from your loved one. You didn't think about yourself in that moment. I say the same thing about these police. Even if you are, let's say, racist scum, in that moment, you didn't think enough about yourself. You didn't think about your career, you getting locked up. You didn't think about you going viral, your family being disrupted, you not being able to walk down the street because this video of you beating an unarmed person. You didn't at least think about yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so
you see what I'm saying?
The difference between me and them is I've already got the decorations from a 6x9 sale. I know how I'm going to rock that orange jumpsuit. I already know how I'm be smiling on the TV. I already know who I'm going to swindle out of their canteen. All that. I have a pre-plan. And then I'm going to go in.
Is ready to accept the consequences for her actions.
Because if it's that serious, I'm going in. My room going to be straight.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't want to manage no more. But I can manage, but I don't want to manage no more. I mean, you think, but then I really can't say at a certain point, man. Like, I think I'm going to think right now, but I'm just thinking growing up around here, I've heard been called, you know what I mean, the N-word 1,000,000 times. Probably not 1,000,000, but enough by older white folk, you know what I'm saying? I heard it slip out around people. I've grown to distance myself from them type people because I'm probably fuck somebody up, and I got a lot to live for. So, yeah. It's weird, man, because I want to fuck them up, you know what I mean?
Let me say this. I have a friend, and she was telling me about her brother, and her brother's married to a white lady, and she calls him all kind of dumb niggas all the time. And I told her directly, do not ever invite me to a cookout and they're going to be there. Like, I let her know.
Don't put me in that situation.
Right. Because I already know I'm not, that's not going to be
It's not going to be a good thing.
And I'm kind of selective on how I will show out. And it's easier for me to show out more closed doors than out in public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no
because
doubt.
I don't want to get caught out there, but I could probably get away with licking you in somebody's backyard.
Well, true indeed. My left hand got a brain of its own. I swear the brain mechanism is right there because my left hand just goes whoop.
I'm probably a little opposite, man. Like, I'm probably going to show the fuck out in public because that's when I feel like I'll have like enough witnesses. If you do some dumb shit towards me, I can fuck you up. But in private, I'm probably thinking, ain't nobody around. I'm going to kill this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that part.
First thing out my mouth is, yo, where the cameras at?
Right, see, I'm had to breathe. If we in a place of closed in place, I'm had to breathe because now I can hide this motherfucker if I have to. You know what I mean? But if we in public, you know, I'm the type probably want to embarrass you and like say it again type. You know what I mean? Like, please, you know what I mean? I'll stand up on the table.
So what I'm gonna say to the two of y'all, just let me know where the bail money's at, okay?
Yeah. But I'm cool with a night in
jail.
jail.
Like that, but I'm in ain't here no more.
I am cool with a night in jail. Yeah.
I'll find me another one. I used to have him on speed dial.
Damn.
Oh, back in the day.
Damn,
I had him on speed dial. I had the little business card.
You got to find a good bail bondsman. You know what I'm saying? But I'm willing to do a night, though. I will tell you that. There's some shit I'm willing to do a night for.
I keep the gas tank on.
Hey, look, man, right. You know what I mean? I'm at a PR. If I know I'm going to get a PR bond in the morning, we can go there. I
don't know PR bond. I'm a no bond kind of chick.
Simple assault one night on PR bond in the morning.
I tell you.
I know about that.
All right. So this is a social media debate that I've been seeing this week, and I thought about the both of y'all, and I feel like we should have some really good opinions on it. So the post said, it's from a woman, and she says, men who take care of other men's kids are weak. And
you know, I'm gonna go in on that.
Okay,
because see, my husband is not the stepfather; he's the father that stepped up.
That's right.
Let the church say amen.
Amen, amen.
Sheesh.
And then on top of that, he done fed my oldest child so much she looked like him.
Right.
Yeah.
Feed him long enough, yeah.
And so the thing is, there's nothing weak about that because the only weak person is the one that helped get him here and didn't take care of him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So that's my take on that. That's crazy.
Now, like in my situation, father's there, and stepfather's there. And I just look at it as a bonus situation. You know, it's not as difficult as people try to make it seem. But I guess everybody in the situation has to be a level of maturity, of course.
Right.
But, like, in my situation, I mean, my son just knows, hey, he got 2 pops. I mean, it's not even.
Winning,
And I never, and this is another thing, I never asked them, you know, like my son to call my husband dad. That's something he did on his own.
No, as you should not.
Yeah, he's just been around him so long.
Right, but that's a choice that they should make, not a forced situation.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, man, kids know what's up, man, like, or whatever, and it's not really about, it's a whack-ass quote, honestly, or a little meme or whatever, and I think people do things to rile people up because those kids need there's nothing weak about stepping up and showing a man how to be a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing weak about that, giving them guidance at all. Of course, I do it, you know what I mean? I have been doing it, like, and it's, for me, it's the best feeling ever, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't ask for any of the situations or whatever. Yeah. So, like, and
it's at the end of the day, it's about the child.
And he's,
at
like
the
I said,
end of the day, it's about the child.
Right. That's all that matters about. You know? So when you see them implementing things that you know, and a real woman is gonna tell you that she can do a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, she can definitely get him up and out the house and all that, but it's just something about having a man around to raise a man. Like, that can't be.
Well,
you know
a woman can't teach a man to be a man no more than a man can teach a woman to be a woman.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
You know what?
Like
you need both sides. I was just telling Stax earlier that my daughter is very spoiled from her father, and it's starting to create an attitude of selfishness. And see, I had to point it out to him. He's just like, I can't tell her no, but I'm telling him, like, she's building this attitude where this is what I want, and I'm not looking at, how it affects everybody else. And I'm trying to teach that. But that's something as a father, he doesn't think about.
Right.
He just, that's baby girl, whatever she wants, she gets. And then I'm trying to tell him, you're going to set her up in the long run. As a woman, I know that's not reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be your reality.
But that's where you come in to guide them, and that's where a man guide your daughter, and a man has to come in and do certain things to guide his kids, whatever. And my kids know what's up. Like, they don't call me, they call me whatever they want to call me, honestly. Like, you know what I'm saying? They know the difference. We around, it's Sterling, it's Stacks, you know what I mean? It's Sterling, it's cool, you know what I mean? If I got to go pick him up from school, it's like, that's my dad right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't y'all business.
And it's funny
it ain't y'all business, our relationship. You know what I mean?
It's so funny how they know how to switch off without having that conversation. Because I promise you on God, I have never heard my son call Smitty's stepdad until he was around his dad.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As to not kill.
It's like
So my oldest daughter's like that too. They ended up calling my husband dad because my youngest one there's a huge gap. The youngest one started calling him by his first name. And so they were like, no. So they started calling him dad so that she would call him dad.
Yeah. Okay.
So with that being said,
they
they know that, that's their stepdad and whatnot, but nobody ever forced them to say anything. Nobody ever forced them to do anything. And again, like you said, it only gets explained when the real dad is there.
Right.
If the real dad is there and they call, they're like, well, I thought that was your dad. Well, that's my stepdad. This is my
right. Yeah.
Well, other than that, if you don't ask, I ain't saying.
Yeah, mine are the dopest thing that ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I was never married, you know what I'm saying, like that. And their mother's amazing woman who allowed me to still stay in their life, even though we went our separate ways.
Nice.
Damn near one of my, you know what I'm saying, my closest friends. But, she allowed me to do that, and it's like the best feeling ever, honestly. Like, I don't miss a beat. Like I said, I love it, like, and it does. I can see the difference me being around makes on them. So, now that doesn't make you weak, you know what I'm saying? It makes the person that wrote that statement weak.
Right.
You're weak as hell, whoever you are.
Right, you ain't getting no cosign over here.
Wanted the cosign to talk about it. No cosign on the men a week who do the amazing task of raising other people's kids.
Absolutely. And I'm all about a bonus family. I got a huge bonus. I got bonus kids.
I be with it, man. That's
extra place. Bonus child.
Right.
Extra place to drop a motherfucker off. Shit, everybody should be with it.
That's it.
Before we get into a little bit more about Diamond Law and what you got going on, we've been talking a lot about marriages, and we've seen a lot of failed marriages. And now Lisa and her husband, they were like always been our like aspiration. Like I met Lisa when I was 18, and y'all been married how long?
Going on 27.
27 years.
Amen. Let church say amen.
Right. And they would, at times work at the same place, or not work in the same place, or, and they always had like a relationship that I can say this as long as I've known Lisa. If they ever have issues, I have never known.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that's great. That's a great models to look up to. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't see that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I can't even imagine like Jennings being like mean at all. He was like our man that we wanted.
They used to call up and ask, "We're going out tonight. Can your husband come out?"
Yeah, we need the nice energy around. We need the super nice energy.
Yeah.
Need the balance. You know what I'm saying? No, that's dope though.
Yeah.
Like
what's the secret sauce? Because we've seen a lot of people crumbling right now.
First and foremost, we had the conversation prior to getting married. All right, because both of us have been married before. So we had a conversation prior to getting married of what we would put up with, what we weren't going to put up with, and just basically put everything on the table. Mm-hmm. Second thing was you agree to disagree. So if I don't like this curl on your hair right there, this curl, all right? And he says, but I like it. And I'm like, but I don't like it, right? So we agree that he likes it. I don't like it. When we go to bed, tomorrow we don't wake up and say, why don't you like that curl she had? No, that's done deal. So whatever. So when we go to bed, we don't go to bed angry, and when we go to bed, it's whatever the disagreement was or the compromise was. That's a wrap.
And
that's
leave
it.
Agree to
there.
disagree.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
And then we still date, we still joke, we still have fun. I even on my 25th wedding anniversary got him to do we both met in the prison, but we wasn't locked up. We worked there. So the joke was we met in jail, but we didn't commit no crime. So I actually got him to do a funky little video on our 25th wedding anniversary, and we did a whole Bonnie and Clyde skit to where we were in the car with the shotguns and stuff.
Yeah.
And then getting arrested where we had our anniversary date up there. And it was funny.
Yeah, y'all were cute. That's so cute.
They keeping things
now,
alive.
I have a little, I've been married as long as you, but now I have a thing about that not going to bed angry.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that a lot.
You can't.
Sometimes I got to.
Really?
And sometimes it's better to let me come back on a
fresh note.
Yeah. And then I know that's one of those big lines of like never go to bed angry, but I'm telling you, sometimes it's better. Just I don't want you.
But don't get it twisted. You're probably still angry anyway, but you're just
saying
gonna go to bed.
Yeah,
like,
I just gotta go to bed.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about it.
See, with Venom, she's gonna talk. I promise you that much.
But
we know that
we're gonna end this here. You know what I'm saying? But I like the philosophy of just letting it be like it's done.
Right. Yesterday's argument ain't today's argument.
Yeah. Once we have agreed that it's done, it's done. Mm-hmm. And I think that I say this to Stags all the time. I said a lot of these relationships you see not working. I always say this: you see a bad marriage, I'm gonna tell you two people that never should have been married. Like it's very rare that somebody tells me they're gonna get divorced, and
The other thing was when we worked together, a lot of people didn't know we were married because we always pulled up in two separate cars because we had to be there at different times.
You space.
And this to stand at there. And then when we were at work, it was like we're at work.
Right.
There's no husband.
It's nothing extra. We're at work.
Even my
especially
older kids work there, so it was like, don't run around here calling me mommy nothing. You the employee, I'm the boss.
Right.
That's it. Right. And everybody played their part and whatnot. So we didn't mix business with family.
Word.
If you come into work, you do what you do, and then we get off, then, that's that.
It's probably easier in that type of environment anyway to focus on work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Definitely in the club, you don't need to be like.
Never lied.
I tell people all the time, they be like, "Why you don't go to the Splitty shows?" I be like, "Because that's not what he needs to be focusing on. I don't need him wondering is she okay?
Right.
Is she over there sitting down? Is she straight?"
Right.
That's the last thing I need.
Well, people don't understand. Smitty Show, that's his job.
Yeah.
That's he's
so
at work.
That would be like me going
that would be like
his
her
job and
it never works. Being in the club bit as long when you trying to you can't
go
do
to
it.
work.
Yeah, you can't work together like that.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie now. If it's somebody I want to see, yo, baby, what's up with that? But if it ain't nobody I want to see, I'm not going to work with you.
Yeah, no.
That's not cute.
Yeah, whoever I'm dating definitely doesn't come to work. And I know nothing about making marriages last. I'm just over here listening and shit.
Stupid.
Because I've never been married, so I ain't never proposed either.
It's not a bad deal, but you just I honestly will say this wasn't work. This is easy. 27 years, we've been together 28 and some change, but this is just easy.
It was easy.
Yeah, it's no like we didn't have to work anything.
Yeah.
But that's
They have a
I
great
guess
vibe.
I guess that's what two people, two souls meant to be together.
And it's
honestly.
crazy because I'm an Aries and he's a Taurus.
Oh wow, yeah,
How
we
that
don't really,
even-
we don't,
yeah.
yeah, we don't really, yeah, we go like this. I got some best friends at Taurus. I got some best, you know,
Yeah.
that are Taurus.
No,
It's-
me and her been down that road.
Yeah, you know,
We've been down that road in the 18
Well, we're Taurus and Taurus, so
Yeah, I know.
Me
I know.
too,
That's
so-
what I was bugging off of. I was
Yeah,
like,
so-
Woo.
But he's got a lot of Aries in him too, because he's
big-
on that cuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely bigger. And I'm in the 13th. It's like in the middle of it, kind of.
You know, here's the 20th, so he's right.
Yeah.
Oh
on
yeah,
him.
yeah.
So I see a little bit of Aries in him sometimes. I'd be like, Tauruses do not move like that, my G.
They tough, know what I'm
you know, we take time
Damn,
and
my
think
boy's
things
mama
out.
Taurus. You right.
He'll jump. I'd be like, that's a little too much Aries right there. Nah, I need to think this whole thing through
No,
before
I
I
ain't
say
thinking
yes.
nothing.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why
I ain't
y'all was
thinking
like
nothing.
ready to jump. And the Taurus in me is like, I want to think the whole scenario out first.
I'm one
Nah,
of
I'm
the people.
jump- yeah,
I'll
I'm-
be
yeah.
halfway out the car for the car stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Oh,
Like,
God. I
yeah,
just had a
as long as I know I can PR bond in the morning, I'm cool.
I ain't know about no PR bond. I already told you I got
See.
my cell set up now.
You already ready to go sit
I got
down?
my cell set up.
Already.
Let's talk about Diamond Law Entertainment, man. You've been doing a lot of things, a lot of work lately.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I've been working real hard. So I went. I have first of all, Lisa Gonzalez Williams own Diamond Law Entertainment LLC, and I am BBB A+ accredited. I have to throw that out there.
All right.
So, but I work with independent artists, but I also do the other side to help artists get, their paperwork and stuff together so they can get their royalties and all that stuff, which does not necessarily mean I am managing them. So I do manage and I do
The paperwork
and stuff. But I do have a few artists. I just recently went invite only and had a couple people face drop. So on the management side, it is invite only now.
Okay.
And that's because artists they ain't taking their craft serious.
Oh, I listen. I'm so jumped
got
out.
time
Me and
to
her,
waste.
we don't talk so
I'm
much
curious to
about
know
that.
what's going on out there, like as far as on that scene now. You know, what I mean,
Every time somebody even asks me, do you manage
I'm curious
artists?
about their-
Hell no.
I'm curious to know about their work ethic. Has it changed? Are they spoiled now because of the internet?
No,
I mean,
no, they're worse. Because this is the problem. The work ethic is not, the professionalism and the work ethic is not there. See, back in the 80s and 90s, you can go stand outside Virgin Records or stand outside Bad Boy Records or even do the okey-doke move and stand at the back door and hope somebody comes out the door and slide them your little stuff.
Right.
Now, as an independent artist, it's you the business and it's a job.
Yeah.
And you got to put, on a part-time job, you put in 15 hours or more, 15 to 20 hours. You can't get them to put in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I made a song in the studio. Here you go.
And that's all they want to
Let
do.
me know when
too,
we
is
shooting
be
the
in
video,
studio.
and here you go. That's what I got.
Yo, and then
hood loves
we
it.
ain't even talking about that because see, when they go into the studio and whatnot, they want to snatch it off the thing and it's not mixed, mastered, nothing like that. It sound like garbage, and then they want to run it down the street talking about, yo, play this. Like you know how many steps you just missed?
Yeah.
Like you just missed a whole plethora of steps that is gonna even get anybody to look at you. And once you know that first thing, you only get one shot at one time. You know what I'm saying? The first meeting that's a one hit a quitter. So either you're gonna get it or you not.
I applaud your patience because
Right.
I'm so over
I ain't got
it.
no patience. I got hair dye.
But what it is, see, look, I need a boxing ring in the back, man. Like for real.
Man.
That's what I would need a boxing ring in the back. We'd have to get some stress off if I was trying to do that. So yeah, big salutes to you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Because I
Thank
just
you.
wonder what they're doing. I mean, I know what we went through back in the day, and you got to know, of course, you got to get it mixed, mastered. You might send it off. You might
I
not
think
put
the
the song
artists
out.
were the independent artists were way more.
But do you think it's
committed.
because of like YouTube? I mean, like they getting paid off of streams and all kinds of shit from everywhere. It's so easier now than like. It don't
the
matter if it's
ones
mixed and
who-
mastered on a
No,
YouTube
but
video.
See, you
The
can still
ones-
get paid off. You can still get paid off of streams, but there's 1, 2, 3 sites off the top of my head that'll get you paid off of streams, right? And you can put your music on all those. Okay, then you can get paid off of YouTube. You can get paid off of Reels. You can get paid when you are smart enough to get on there and not put I don't own the copyrights and put your own music behind you, but it has to be a certain amount of time. So there's plenty of things you can do, but it's just getting them to do it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And
Social
content.
media,
And so
that and they want more than just music. And that's another thing. You know, like I'm
wanna know
gonna
who you
tell
are.
you,
They
I'm
know
gonna
you.
tell you how serious I take an artist. If you hit me up and then I go to your social media page, if the first 3 posts, I don't even know who you are. I don't know something about your music. It's not. You're not serious.
I'm gonna do this.
I don't want to know what you have for lunch. If you're an artist,
First of all, why is your artist page and your personal page the same page?
You should definitely differentiate. You should definitely separate.
Why are you on there smoking weed with kids in the background on your business page?
Some people don't. So I'm gonna tell you something.
So I guess you're supposed to be
No offense, weed smokers, but offense, weed smokers get on my nerves
when
because they just want to. It's just like it just feels like it's like you always got to smoke. It's like it's the most aggravating thing to me as a non-weed.
So now that we're talking about weed, right? So this is what pissed me off. Miss Lisa, I need to get some stuff done, but you know I gotta build my budget up, bruh. You smoke 3 blunts a day, which is $30 for 30 days. That's $900 right there.
But I need to be inspired.
I got an inspiration for you.
I mean, I guess when you're focusing on something, I mean, you might have to come back.
I'm a numbers person, so when it comes down to that.
But you've heard, I mean, for whatever reason, but you've heard even major artists say, yeah, man, I stopped smoking for like 9 months. You'd be like, what? Like, you know, you have to do certain things to keep your focus, and a lot of that shit is built on that persona, that image, rolling big ball.
But you got to be hungry. You got to have that will to want. You got to have that. You got to have that je ne sais quoi, that thing that drives you to do what you do.
Right.
Like this drives you to do and come in here and get fun and information out to the. But you still have fun and get information out to the people. But in the same respect, you know. You just can't come in here and do the show. You got to promote the show. You got to put time in and this, that, and the third. That's the part that's lacking.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you spend all your money in the studio, then you don't have any money for marketing and promotion. You know, you don't have money for this, that, and the third. And then turn around and go, well, my song didn't do anything, so I'm going to drop another song. Yo, you didn't even let
nobody
them
even
eat
know
that
song. Yeah.
That's crazy.
As you know, I mean, look, you can play a song. It
ain't
might
get
be
no
old
numbers off of
to
that.
you. It's new to somebody else.
You ain't never lied. It's new around the corner from your house because that's the only place they heard it at.
Damn, look, most of hits from back in our day, you know, them motherfucker was playing for a year somewhere in somebody local radio station or whatever before.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember that Nelly song like that. That's what the one back in the day where I realized, oh, damn, I heard it on the mix. And I mean, I think maybe somebody at 103 had played it in the mix when it came out. And I remember literally like a year later hearing and seeing the video. I was like, wait a minute. I heard this song in the mix like a fucking year ago.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But it took a year, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that still holds true with music. I think it might take a while.
I mean,
you know what our birthstone is, right, fam? No pressure, no diamond.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I'll say both sides on that because the people's attention span nowadays is kind of short. So like what can happen is that when you got to figure out what's going to catch. You know what I'm saying? Then you may have to go back and then like, oh, now you're paying attention. Y'all didn't pay attention when I dropped this. This was some heat.
Right.
But you might have to go back sometimes. But, you know, like I tell these artists all the time, you got to find a way to go viral. And that's just the reality of this game now.
But you gotta be original. Stop trying to sound like the next man
else,
and stop
right?
using names in the rap game that somebody else got.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta just be a little silly. Like I always talk about the Toby fella. You know, he blew up just doing that. Try Jesus, don't try me, cause I fight. And when that came out, something made me. I even was one, and I clicked on his name, went to his YouTube, and got hooked on his music. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that he was like a rapper and all that kind of stuff. that's how I got introduced to him.
Right, but see, the other thing is, too, they want to know that you see, now because we have internet and social media sites and stuff like that, they want to know that you're a person. They just don't want to know your personal. So if that makes any sense.
First of all,
so they want to know you're a human and that you kind of got a personality or that you actually talk outside of your music. But they just don't want to know that you got baby mama drama.
They don't want too much
drama. They don't want to know.
And you know what? Don't tarnish your brand.
Yeah.
And this is the worst way I hate it. Like one day, it's like we working, we this, da 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 da. The next day, ain't nobody supporting me. Da 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 da. Like man, check your emotions because when you're looking at somebody as a brand or a business, check your emotions. Because I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I look at them like they crazy. I thought y'all was just working. Y'all up. Y'all was just up yesterday, and now ain't nobody supporting you.
I mean, money and artistry makes people emotional, clearly, is what I see.
I do these little videos that I call nuggets, right? So I did one on that where it says support, and I actually put up the meaning of support.
Right.
Because like you're asking for support, but what are you doing to get the support? What are you doing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You might be hungry, but what are you doing to feed your hunger? Like, are you sitting there drinking a cup of water talking about, man, I'm hungry? You know what I'm saying? You gonna boil the water and put some noodles in it? What you gonna do?
Yeah, barbecue mildew.
Barbecue mildew. Okay, so you want to get more, you got to follow my girl Lisa. Tell them all your social media, how they can get at you. And management is invite only.
Yes, management is invite only. I do have a workshop. I'm going to put a shameless plug up there. April 15th, I do got a workshop. It's music business management workshop, and it's the best $249 you'll ever spend. You can go on my Diamond Lawent, Lawent. That's the Facebook page, and you can follow me on Instagram at DiamondLaw194. And you can hit me up at 843-696-3981. And I am nationwide, so I'm a .com, DLE843.com.
She got all that shit covered.
That shit,
I do.
shit,
All
Bob.
right. Well, Lisa, I'm so glad you finally made it to the Cosign. You will be back.
Word.
Any last words, Sterling?
Stay hydrated. Fuck
Sorry.
them kids. Keep God first.
Jesus Christ.
You get that?
Yeah. And with that being said, it's the Cosign, bitch.
Cosign, bitch.